But anyway, I think, overall, when you're playing keyboard in a worship setting, don't try to overplay. You've heard all the guys talk about it. Mm-hmm. Don't overplay. Don't fill up every 4 bars with a fill. Mm-hmm. The less you do, the better it is. Keep as open as possible. Kiko talked about in the general session how he plays with a pen in each hand sometime.
Yeah.
I mean, you practice like that sometime, mm-hmm. because when you put a pencil or a pen in each hand, you're kind of holding the pencil. You only got a couple fingers to be able to play. Yeah. And it forces you to play much more sparse than you normally would. And when you're playing with the whole band, you don't need to cover everything. You don't need to cover the whole gamut. If I'm just playing by myself, I'll play a little more busy than I would normally play. But if I got Kiko and I got Tom playing keys and I got the bass and drums, man, I can just, I come before you today. There's just one thing that's all I need to do, because guitars are going, and it got you got that going. So really, if I did all that, I'd come before. But if I'm by myself, I'll usually try to do something with a little bit more rhythm to it.
Yeah, and then it's important. You just touched on that again, it's about serving each other. And as Don's auxiliary keyboard player, it's my job to kind of know how he thinks and how he likes to play. So there is going to be a lot of that. We talked about it, and if you want to know what the numbers are for that particular type of chord that he does, it's a 5-1-2-5. Your 5th position, your 1st position, your 2nd position, and your 5th position.
Say that again. 5.
So it's yep. So if you're in F, then that's talking about
Oh, I see. 5-1-2-5. Yeah, there it is again. Yeah,
so it's that. And I know that he likes to do that. So my job as a keyboard player is to kind of live with him, in that area, with not a lot of notes. But if he stops playing, then I'm in that vein. So it seems like there's a pad still going behind him, and it's not like I'm in a different inversion.
Yeah.
So that when he backs off, you're hearing this different inversion of pads. It's kind of still doing what he's doing. So there's this we have to be cohesive as a unit and kind of think in those terms, so that when he does back off, he feels comfortable that something abrupt isn't going to happen, and then when he comes back and continues to play, he's not playing, in a different inversion either. So we're kind of cohabitating, inhabiting the same space, if that makes any sense. We're there, but my job is to allow him to carry and for me to serve him with as few notes as possible, because then there's a guitar player, and he's gonna get out of, try to get out of our way and get into another area. And if I'm playing a string, now there's a pad and a string and a piano playing, so I want to make sure that I do it with as few notes as possible, so that when we finish the song and I go there and I do play something full, now it has an effect, because the rest of it has been this.
Good.